Hey guys, and welcome back to this week's episode of Highbrow Lowbrow, where we'll tell you about our top 5 favorite pop culture social media tidbits of the week. Now, this week we've got a lot of great stuff for you. We're going to be talking about everything from stalkers to breakups and everything in between. I'm Becky DeTulio.
I'm Jasmin Boyce.
And I'm Brad Jeffrey.
Let's get into it.
And coming in hot at number 5, just making the cut, is J-Lo. Of course, we've got to put her in there. You guys remember last year she was, spotted on campus.
Oh, it's the best day of my life.
Very rare sighting of J-Lo.
Very rare sighting.
At our Jesuit home. And now, her movie is coming out December.
Yeah, December 15th. So the movie, it's called Second Act. I'm really excited to see it. I mean, I didn't see J-Lo on campus personally. I was stuck in class in Keating, but I managed to look out the window and see the crowd outside, but very disappointed I didn't get to see her.
I didn't get to see J-Lo either. In fact, I didn't even know she was here until you guys told me today. So
I didn't get to see her either because I sprinted from my dorm across campus to the baseball field and she was already gone. And I was very disappointed.
Did anyone see you?
Sprint?
Yes.
Probably. It was middle of the day.
Yeah, that was very disappointing. But I'm really excited for the movie. There was also a rumor that Vanessa Hudgens, who's starring in the movie with her, was here during the filming, but I didn't see anyone. I didn't hear from anyone that they saw her, so I'm not sure how true that is.
I mean, does anyone spot Vanessa anywhere anymore since High School Musical?
That's a good question. I feel like I haven't heard much about her at all, really.
Exactly.
Where is she?
Yeah.
Bring her back.
Bring her back. Yeah.
People that aren't out of the spotlight right now, of course, is the royal family. And we've got a royal baby on the way.
Oh, very exciting.
Prince Harry and Meghan are expecting.
They are expecting, but unfortunately, the baby did overshadow a royal wedding. Eugenie?
Yeah,
Yes.
Princess Eugenie.
The name is not necessary or relevant.
No, that's
Princess Eugenie, her wedding was unfortunately overshadowed by Meghan Markle's baby, and the baby isn't even born yet, and it's still getting more coverage than Princess Eugenie, so it's kind of sad.
It was sad. I mean, it was a beautiful wedding, but she is 9th in line for the crown, so it's not like it was a very high-profile wedding in the first place, but did feel pretty bad for her.
Yeah.
You know what I heard, though? I did see some rumors that because Meghan visited, she visited Amal Clooney and then her best friend, who have both had twins in the past. So I heard a couple of rumors that she might have been getting advice on twins because she's having twins.
Which, way to go, George, because he needs to stop.
Yeah, but personally, I'd be very excited for royal twins. I think that would be super fun.
Oh my god, it'd be a blessing.
Has there been royal twins? I don't know.
I don't know.
It would just contribute to the sorcery that is the royal family.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's for sure.
Moving on from UK royalty, we're going on to USA royalty. And of course, that means the Kardashians.
Yes.
Kendall Jenner, her stalker, is back again, okay? Fright Night in October. What did you say he was scaling, Brad?
So Kendall Jenner's community that she lives in is on the side of a mountain, and her stalker, because he has already been arrested and a restraining order was placed for the community that he can't enter, he decided to go up the back of the mountain and break in the back way because obviously there's no security on the other side of the mountain, so he could sneak in, and decided to take a nice lounge by the pool. Because obviously we know Kendall Jenner's pool is public and you can just sit by it if you want to.
Everyone. Yeah, well, luckily her security caught him, this 37-year-old guy who's just obsessed with her, which, not even gonna get started on how creepy that is. But luckily the security caught him before she even got home, so she wasn't even out there, which is very lucky, but...
So creepy. When I scaled the mountain, not creepy.
And she and some of her family members and friends have tweeted about paparazzis interfering with their privacy and security because they released pictures of her house, and that's why I'm pretty sure she's had to move because of stalkers before, and paparazzi just keep releasing pictures of her her house.
Yeah, so. I have seen a lot of things this week about different celebrities getting really upset about paparazzi and about needing their own space and time. And I can't even imagine how awful it would be to just be followed around all the time.
Needing that break to be by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Cardi B is jumping right into it. She's donating coats to people in need down in New York. What do you guys think about that?
I thought that was really sweet. I read that it was in support of she was working with a nonprofit that it's called Game of Life, and it's sort of dedicated to using basketball to get children away from drugs and alcohol and crime. So I thought that was really nice that she was working with them in order to sort of help children, and the coats were really nice too.
Yeah, I think it was 500 coats down in Brooklyn. But I think also there's two sides to it, because as we know earlier, Cardi B pled guilty to allowing some of her friends to assault fellow strippers because they were seen with Offset.
Yes, and everyone knows you can't mess with Cardi's man, or else she'll send her goonies after you.
Yeah, that's frightening.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and she was probably also trying to get a bit of good publicity after her last very publicized thing was throwing the shoe. But regardless of her reasons, I think it was a good thing to do, so
Yeah.
I support that.
Yeah.
Huge publicity, but also huge publicity for Ariana and Pete. The breakup happened over a week ago, but they're still all over the news.
So
And
sad.
Pete just came out of, the darkness for his first sickly looking appearance, and he's making jokes, What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I know he does have a very dark sense of humor, and that's sort of what makes him who he is and why a lot of people like him. There wasn't anything too bad this time I didn't see that he said, but
I thought I saw a very crude joke about suicide, which is poorly timed because of Ariana. Yeah. And we all know that Pete Davidson's sense of humor can obviously spark some controversy because of his SNL skit with replacing her birth control with Tic Tacs,
Yeah.
which received not so good publicity.
yeah, he's had a lot of bad publicity lately. Just I think especially because of Ariana Grande's fans like finding out a lot of the stuff he said in the past. And I mean, obviously we don't know why their breakup happened yet. There was that rumor. Did you see the crazy rumor that he sent like private photos of him and Ariana to Mac Miller like months ago, and was just to show to Mac, he was like, "You're never gonna get back together." Apparently it was disproven, but I just thought that was like awful.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always just doing awful things.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
but I still love him.
yeah,
my
I really,
favorite.
I mean, I went to SNL a couple weeks ago, and like I loved seeing him in person. He was great. I was really rooting for them, so this is depressing, but
Yeah. But
guess it is what it is.
on a lighter note, he did join in on the joke of him having a place to stay and asked if anybody needed roommates, because obviously they're no longer living together, and I don't think Pete can afford the same luxuries that Ariana can. So
I saw that they were staying in a $16 million apartment together.
Yeah, so
Yes,
if
it
any
is,
of you
so.
guys need roommates, Pete Davidson is available.
Brad, that spot is taken. Pete,
Oh.
I have room at my home.
Yeah.
But of course, we're going to keep you guys up to date with all of the latest on Pete and the rest of the celebrity gang on our pop culture show.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you
Brad?
guys so much for tuning in. Tune in next week, too, to see all the highlights of pop culture for the week to come. Thank you guys so much.
I'm Jasmin Boyce.
I'm Becky DeTulio.
And I'm Brad Jeffrey, and this has been Highbrow, Lowbrow.
See you next week.
Bye, guys.